Hey, what's going on, you guys? Tyson Dela Cruz here. Thank you so much for joining me in this video. We're talking all things masks, the state of California, Gavin Newsom, and real estate. This video is going to be longer formatted, more conversational style. If you guys do enjoy this type of content, go ahead and like it, comment on it, share it. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, you get to. Make sure that you click that subscribe button. Make sure your notifications are turned on. So I'm wearing this mask because it's safety. It's not for me, it's for you. I'm protecting you. You gotta stay 6 feet away from the phone. And unfortunately, I had to get in here to get that dramatic effect. Dramatic effect. Guys, I hope you enjoy this video. Let's hop into the content. Hey, what's up, dude?
What's up, man? How are you?
I'm good. You?
Good.
What's cracking, homie?
Chilling, bro. Chilling, man. Can't complain. I'm at Gino's house.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
Hold on, bro.
What are you doing? Cooking meth? Why you got a mask and gloves?
Bro, I love... Bro, I gotta stay 6 feet away, man.
From who?
Huh?
From who?
I gotta stay 6 feet away, man. You know?
From who?
From the screen, from you.
Oh, yeah. Okay, hold on.
I gotta stay 6 feet away, man.
You gotta go back.
It's the rule, bro. Bro, your posts on Gavin Newsom are fucking hilarious, bro.
Oh, shit, man.
Like, yo, no singing.
Yeah, that's crazy, dude. I don't know. I think he's in court right now for manipulation of power or something about abuse of power.
What a guy.
Yeah.
What a guy. No singing, family gatherings of like 20 people.
Yeah.
Yo, what, honestly, man, I didn't mean to dive into it so deep, but like there's this mask shaming I get, man. You know, because I don't really buy into that space of wearing a mask, you know?
Oh, okay.
Just because of like, well, the statistics, right? I understand it affects old people and stuff like that, but it doesn't necessarily affect the general population, you know, less than 1%. So, you know, when I see people at the store or they're walking outside by themselves, like things you've posted in the past, a couple days ago, actually, like you just literally took pictures of people at the store. Oh, that shit was fucking hilarious.
No, they're just walking outside. Those people's outside, and then, well, I mean, it's weird because it's like, why are people wearing masks when they're walking alone outside, but then they're not wearing masks when they're sitting down in groups?
Right.
That's one of those things to me where it's like the eye sees something weird, but we're told something else. We're told that's normal, that's okay, but then your eyes and logic are telling you this doesn't make any sense. So it's like there's some sort of disconnect. And I think honestly, because of that disconnect, that's why people are frustrated and they're thinking conspiracy, or they're thinking, you know, scamdemic, or they're thinking all this other shit. It's because it doesn't make sense. You know, if it made sense, then no one would do that. You know, but
Right.
It just doesn't make sense. And everyone's like, yo, man, this doesn't, they're telling us this and showing us this, you know, like, why is it okay to get together in large gatherings when you protest, but not when there's a rally? What the fuck? Like,
Yeah.
if it's a rally or protest, like,
well, yeah, the virus knows. The virus definitively knows that if you're protesting or rallying, it knows. That's the gene code in the virus genetics of it.
I think if like someone was watching this COVID, they'd be like, what are these guys talking about? This would never happen. This is stupid. This is like, you're idiots, you know?
That's funny, man. I love it, man. Seeing people drive in their car by themselves with the masks, bro. Great.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So you're out in LA, man, right?
Yeah, I'm just here for I got the flip that I'm working on, the condo. So I just wanted to be here, man. I didn't want to like, I guess, half-ass things or just, rely on someone else's like opinion on stuff. I'm GCing it basically.
That's cool. That's
So,
cool learning for you too.
yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah.
You know?
So no, I guess it's not called GCing, right? Because like if it's your own property, you're just hiring people to do work, right?
I
So
yeah, I would just generally call it just uh managing the job, you know? But
yeah,
yeah, that's what I think. But yeah, cuz I don't think legally you can be considered a GC, you know?
without a license, right?
Yeah, yeah. But Gino will give you some cool tips, man, like with Amazon.
Yeah, really.
Um, there's
Yeah,
some, you know, because at the Home Depots and stuff like that, you're not going to be able to find a lot of the product that are in houses. You know, like if you just go to Home Depot, it's going to look like everything else. You know, and you can go to Amazon and get some cool stuff for the same price.
yeah. I was kind of blown away that he was saying that he was telling me that a while ago. He was like, "Yeah, I get all my finishes on Amazon," and I'm like, "Wow, really?"
Yeah,
But I know his cabinets. It's really cool because his cabinet guy and his flooring guy, you don't have to like buy the flooring, get it shipped to you, take it to the site, and then the guy meets you, the flooring guy meets you, or the cabinet guys meets you, and then they build it or whatever, or they pick it up from you. You literally order it, and then his guy goes and picks it up, takes it to the site, installs it.
wow,
You know?
wow, that's cool. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
So,
because he has a pretty cool connect with cabinets and stuff like that, man.
yeah. So
So
I'm excited about that. I mean, it's obviously, the flip that I did in Vegas, the two that I did there, prices are a lot cheaper. It's Vegas, but over here, because the hookup is so nice, it's like almost on par with Vegas pricing,
yeah, wow,
heard of in LA.
yeah. The labor, how's the labor? Do you know?
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. So
Oh, okay.
labor here is really expensive, but he has guys, he gives them so much work. So this is just uh,
Thing.
another time slot, in between a job.
Yeah, makes sense.
So the strategy is like to keep them so busy where they're working all the time, like it's like they have a full-time job.
Yeah.
It's not like job per job per job per job. It's like, all right, you're doing this job Monday, Tuesday, you got this one Wednesday, Thursday, you got this one Thursday, Friday. So it doesn't leave room for anybody else to come in there and book them, and then now all of a sudden they're gone for 2 months.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, man. I've always been infatuated with the properties out in LA, Venice, and just the price points, right? They're so sexy, you know, to sell a house for fucking 9, 13 million, you know, to even have the, you know, like to even do uh a flip at that capacity, right? Like to have the budget, right? The bandwidth to do that, you know, for with me, like, you know, like $1 million private note is it's a pretty hefty monthly cost, you know, on top of the cost to actually do the property and stuff like that.
That's a good point because like I for a second there I was thinking I'm like it's hard money anyways, but you have a monthly payment on that hard money, right? So
Yeah, you know, if you ask those guys, you know, those guys that consistently flip out in LA, you know, like their 2 or 3 flips or, you know, 20K a month. And that's cool. It makes the blow a lot less impactful when you share it with other people.
yeah,
You
I
know?
mean your interest payment on $1 million loan, let's say 10% amortized by 12 months, it's 8,300 bucks somewhere around there, right? So
Dude.
you need to be if you're spending a million getting something, you need to make sure that it's cash flowing, 12 grand. So at least you're covering that. Or if you're not, then you got it. What, let's say the project takes 5 months from start to sell, that's 41 grand just on interest, 41
Yeah.
six.
Yeah.
That's just on interest. So like if you're making 100 grand, almost half of it is interest.
Oh
Now
yeah.
you're 50. Now half of that's taxes, so you're at 25. If you have a partner, now you just did $1 million project, then you're profiting what, $12,000, $13,000. It's just
Right.
doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense, right? Yo, it always fascinated me too. Every time I went in LA and even in Sedona, we just came back from Sedona. It's a fucking awesome place. Cool. The food sucks. Like the food wasn't that good. The food was utterly disappointing.
Where did you go? Where
Dude,
did you go?
there was only a couple spots that were good, right?
Oh, there's some badass restaurants, man.
Are there? Maybe we were slipping, you know?
Hudson. Have you gone to the Hudson?
Oh no, we didn't. That was on my list. We went to I got them right here. It's cool though. Like we went cool like hiking, and you know what? You know what makes this disappointing is we got Mexican food at this Mexican spot that they played flamenco music outside. So naturally, you would think, oh, since they're playing flamenco music outside, their food has to be good, but it wasn't at all. It was like low grade macayos.
Oh wow.
But where did we go? Went to this Thai spot. Carson's Cafe was dope. Local juicery. You been to local juicery?
Yeah, local juicery is
Fire.
it's
Yo.
expensive, but like it's so worth it.
So fire. Yeah. Like that shit was fire. Um Talapi Paki was cool, like all throughout there. Super cool, man. But it always fascinates me with LA and places like that with these big ass houses, man, and there's only like one person living in it. Like, you know, it's for a single guy and he's living in a 4,500 square foot house or a 3,700 square foot house in this big lot. What do you do with all that space? Or what else are you trying to fill? You know, I've always been, because I like decent sized spaces, but I'm not a fan of outlandish huge spaces.
I mean, how many people are you talking about, right? So
Just one person, you know,
yeah,
single guy.
I mean, I honestly, I love large spaces only if they're utilized properly. For instance, what I mean is like I had like 5 bedrooms, right? So one would be a gym, one would be a movie theater, one would be an office, one would be a bedroom for my wife and I, and then we would have storage or a guest room. So I can make that work. I mean, right now, do I need a 5 bedroom? Absolutely not. I could do with a 2 to 3 bedroom, office and bedroom, or office, bedroom, guest room.
Right.
you know I don't really need outlandish room, but I think I could justify proper use for it. Like right now we're looking at getting a house in Arizona. Cool. And we want a pool. I want a pool really badly because
pools must
bro, like the way I use the pool, I grew up, my family, like we always had, like not always, but the later years,
you had a pool
because we had a pool. Yeah. So I never really utilized it. And then what I learned from that, this guy named Hoff, I forgot what he does. The guy that like jumps in ice water and whatnot.
Oh, Wim Hof.
There you go. Yeah.
Badass.
So I was watching a podcast from that guy, and then I heard Tony Robbins talk about cold showers, and then people started getting into like the cold shower in the morning thing. And then I was like, you know what, man, I'll be honest, I'm a wimp. I can't go into a shower, turn the knob, and have cold water hit me. Yeah. Because I know that I could just turn it hot. I know I could just like get out of the way. Right. However, if I wake up in the morning and I'm butt naked and I jump into a freezing pool, I have no choice but to swim to the end to get out. So I'm going to be in the water. I'm in. So I started doing that. I started like waking up in the morning, 5, 6 a.m., jumping in the pool. And I would love that feeling. I feel like I won. I feel like I conquered so much, even though I conquered basically nothing.
No, you did. You did, bro. Super. It's in the mind, man.
Yeah.
But so you need a pool.
Recreate that. Like, that's why I want to get a house with a pool, so I could recreate that like daily, morning.
Yeah, I do miss the pool, man. I miss the pool. I miss hopping in the pool. The jacuzzi, man. Jacuzzi was so revitalizing. I think I was just having a conversation with Jennifer uh, about the pool and water and my like ancestral, like my DNA, my natural DNA is Pacific Islander. And I'm so attracted to water. Like water is my anchor, you know? I love looking at water. I love being in it, exposed to it. It feels great. But yeah, when it comes to like just even on the daily, hopping in the pool really quick or the jacuzzi, that was amazing. And I loved how you utilized it to kind of shock your system, man. That was pretty cool. Yeah, because you're right. When you hop in the shower, like when I hop in the shower, I'm like, dude, I can turn this thing hot. No problem. You know? So
So
you're good, bro.
I had the demo team go to Long Beach yesterday, and I thought we were going to keep the floor. We took tiles out. The place stunk, like just cockroaches everywhere. You know, we took the tile out because it would stink. You know, we need to get
Yeah.
everything full demo. So we got the tile out, and they had like foam board underneath that, and that like soaked up a bunch of like
Piss.
just yeah,
Ugh.
piss, dog piss for 20 years worth of shit. And then we got rid of that, and then it's just wood. It's like I think it's like 2x4 wooding, and then it's the garage. So they fucked up. They put a hole in the. They broke like a piece that they weren't supposed to break. So like when you're in the bathroom and you're looking down, you could see into the garage, like in the, you know.
Yeah.
So now I don't know why on the bottom they broke the top. I think they were like looking for a leak or something like that, but because it was right above the tub. I mean, it was right, yeah. The hole in the garage is right above the tub.
Yo, that's like the always like the crazy thing when it comes to rehabs, man. Like always something unexpected happens. Always, you know. That's not a big fix. Like that's not a huge deal. It just needs to be fixed if there's a toilet there, you know. Needs to be support. I don't know what they cut, but yeah.
Yeah, man. I just the project is there's such a big spread on it, but there's so many unknown things that are popping up, and I guess now I'm learning from the flippers point of view. I'm like, dude, you're gonna make 30 grand on this. Why are you like trying to get another 5, 10 grand? You know, like you're making 30, bro, like
Yeah.
after hard money, everything. But it makes sense now because you never know on a demo job, you never know what's gonna come up. Like you're like, oh, everything is cool, and then you take out the walls and you see mold.
For
Now
sure.
mold removal.
Yeah.
Oh,
Now you see too also because you spent most of your time wholesaling properties on like you just said, like on the flippers perspective, on like why um people didn't take things or they needed deeper discounts just because of like a lot of times for me, like the exterior and interior like condition, like visibly that I can physically see, that that is a huge determining factor on what's inside, like electrical and like that's almost like indicative to what's to come down on the rehab side. So,
yeah,
you know, I always admired people who heavily bought stuff sight unseen. And I get it too. Like there's a specific notion of like, okay, if you're gonna make X amount of bucks regardless, no brainer, right? If it's a no brainer, like you don't even really need to comp it, no brainer. But like I've always admired people that are like, oh, cool, I'll take it for this. And then like, you know, they didn't really look at days on market. They didn't look at the property or walk it. And then you're probably looking back and you're like, dude, I sold some shitty properties.
I think I only sold a couple of those, but they usually went to like I don't want to drop any names here, but they usually went to somebody that said they were a buyer, and then they sold it to somebody else, and then they did the construction work on it. You know what
Got
I
it.
mean? Like
Got it.
something
Yeah.
like that. Like those are the only ones that were like, I would say
Yeah.
uh, bad buys. But the market was going up so much where it
Yeah.
doesn't matter. I remember one time I didn't know no one knew that the attic of this property was burnt. Like it was
Oh,
fire damage. We didn't know.
wow.
Sold it, and the flipper got really angry at me. You know, I'm like, what do you want me to do, bro? Like, you know, you didn't do your homework on it. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
you went and saw it. Like, he said, I want to go see it. So I made sure he went and saw the thing, and he didn't even see it. You know, so
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
I don't know, but
Yeah. But
it's
honestly, man, like like where you're at right now with Gino and man, Gino and AJ, they do such good quality stuff. Like their stuff is so sexy, and they go up, like they go above and beyond to make sure that the design is dope. Um, yeah, man, like that stuff is so powerful. So like, have them help you out. I'm sure you already have, dude. You're a smart guy, man. But like it's in Long Beach, and the spread's dope. And what I would say is something that I've shifted into recently, man, is the flips that I've done recently is just pretend like I'm gonna live in it and design it the way that I'm gonna live in it, because my design like
more,
vibes. What was that?
more expensive though if you do that. Like,
It is, like I'm not talking about go like crazy above over budget, but if something's gonna look dope subway tiled, like if the kitchen backsplash is gonna look all dope subway tiled and it's gonna cost an extra $500 to do that, like do it, because you're gonna get the eyes on it and you're gonna get the things in return. And I think this market's cool, but I love properties that really, really, truly stand out.
I see what
Because
you're saying.
I don't want them basic ass bitch house. Like everything that you see on MLS.
That makes sense because I see what you're saying. It's like you're going to put money into it anyways, and if it's basic, it might sit on the market longer. But if you treat it like you're going to be living in it, now you make it something unique. Now it'll definitely go fast. It'll go quicker.
Yeah, yeah. Something different, just a little flair. That doesn't necessarily cost a bunch of money. You could do that with tile or color. Just spend a little bit more time with tile and color, because man, but I get it. There's money there. Making every flip the same and doing all that, man. So I get that too.
Yeah.
Like I get that, because that works, that works. How's AZ, man?
Yeah. AZ is great, bro. I love it. I love the energy there. Yeah. I love not being in LA as far as living, I I noticed that I realized that I love Los Angeles, but I love visiting Los Angeles. I don't love like living here unless I'm living like on the water on the beach. So if I'm not there, uh, I want to live somewhere else. And the people in Arizona is what I love. You know, friends that I have there.
Oh yeah, man. You got such a great community there, man, that you've developed over years.
Yeah.
Uh, you know, and it's I'm sure they've been super impactful for you, like just as family, brothers.
Yeah,
So
bro. It's like, you know me, like I help people without asking for anything. You're like that too. Like you'll just help, you know. Uh, so like I'm always trying to find ways where I could help others. And I just noticed like, there's not a lot of people like Gino and AJ are one of them here in LA, like they're like, I don't need to ask and they'll help. You know
right.
what I mean? I think it's really special when you don't ask and someone just sees something and then just says, hey, this is what you could do. This is what you could do to help. So this is what you could do to make yourself better. Like we're like that a lot. Like you'll see something, you'll tell me. I remember when we first met, you weren't like that. Like you weren't as upfront with information unless somebody asked it of you. And
Yeah.
then eventually I noticed it's like, I didn't even have to ask stuff of you. And you would just like, you would see a flaw or you'd see a mistake or you would see a glitch or you'd see an error or you see something and then you bring it up.
Yeah.
And I love that because I'm like that. I
Yeah.
gravitate towards that. So like in Arizona, I feel that from multiple people. You know, Sal, Carlos, Alex, Adrian, Andy, um, you know, Brittany. They're just all like that, you know, and everyone has their own personality, and you know, sometimes people butt heads with the strong personalities, but I love that. Like, I love when people fight because like they argue or whatever. I love it because at the end of the day, it's like you could argue with somebody, you could bump heads, you could fight, but at the end of the day, you love each other and you
Yeah.
both learn from that event, and then you move.
Yeah. That's so dope. You know, that's relationship period. Like relationship 101, you know, is I think you can have difference of opinions and still love that person, you know? Like we see it so much here with this selection bullshit too, you know, like everybody splits sides and all of a sudden you gotta unfriend or not talk to somebody, right? But like I think that's the beautiful part of relationship is that you can continue to bump heads with one another, and not see eye to eye all the time and not hang out all the time and then come back to hanging out, but like not see eye to eye and be able to grow and learn from that and like hold each other accountable to say, oh, okay, cool, like, are you willing to grow? Great, I'm committed too.
Yeah.
Great point, man. Yeah, because I hear it in you, and like it's also it kind of it's cool, man. Because like I think in LA, man, you were kind of it was a little different, you know, like different vibe, like I'm getting right now. So
Yeah,
I don't.
I noted. I'm trying to track what the problem was in LA, and I think what
It wasn't a
happened,
problem, bro. It was just
why I wasn't harmonious. I guess I could say. I don't know. I felt like I was just always in my apartment. You know, I was in Los Angeles, but I was always in my apartment. I think maybe because I was just spending so much money for the damn apartment, I wanted to get every inch out of it I could. You know, no, I don't really know.
all 900 square feet, man. I gotta
Yeah,
get my money's worth, man.
I'm paying 23. I'm paying 2,300. I'm paying $2,300 for 700 square feet. I need to stay here all the
I
time.
need to get it all, man. I need to get all the corners. Yeah, but no, like you feel so much lighter, man. You feel happier, you feel healthier. Um, yeah, man. And hopefully, you know, you start recording again soon. Cause yeah, I don't know what you're doing. Like, you're
I,
obviously you're still
I,
running some businesses, you're still running your Amazon stuff, you're still doing wholesaling, you're doing all that stuff. Uh, bro, you're creative, man. Bro,
thanks, bro.
you're creative.
I'll do it. I'm definitely gonna do it once I get my own. I'm staying with a friend right now, you know. So like once I get my place, my
Yeah.
space, I
Yeah.
can my equipment over. I could like have one room be like a studio. Like I was saying, I can make room, right? So
Yeah.
put my green screen up and cameras up, and and then start it again. And now I got a lot of people that could be
Cameos.
yeah, exactly. Yeah. I'll be calling you, be like, Tyson, I need you to come do a scene with me.
Bro, I love honestly, man, like I saw so much like the first time that you showed me that content at your house. It
What
was just like Zadie Lee, right? And then I'm sitting there and I'm asking you, I'm like, yo, how long does it take you to film and edit? You know, because I see it. Like I understand from a creative aspect how long it takes to edit and cultivate these scenes. Like for real, like I understand that. And because I love direction, I love cinematography. I'm a sucker for good cinematography or like unique films. Like the one that I'm thinking of right now is that one with the schoolgirl chicks, Sucker Punch. Sucker Punch. You've seen it?
the movie Sucker Punch?
Yeah. Like,
I've heard about it, but I didn't see it. No.
so they like lucid dream, like they're in this insane asylum and they lucid dream that they're like these superheroes and they can, one chick rides a dragon with swords, super dope movie. But the cinematography in it is so dope because they'll black and white the background, and but the main characters like stripes on their shirt will be red, very noir-esque, like Sin City-ish.
City,
Some of
that's
the,
what I'm
you
thinking.
know,
Okay. Yeah,
super
yeah.
cool. So I love shit like that. Like, Batman v Superman cinematography was dope in that. But like, I I admire your tech, bro. Like, you filmed it, you script it, you edit it like all yourself, and it's so fucking cool. And you did it from like you didn't have like super fancy shit. Like, you had some cool stuff.
Mhm. It was a Nikon camera with like a lens. My main thing was like, I know that if I use what's called a prime lens, which is like a 50 millimeter lens or a 60 millimeter lens, that effect, what it does is it's the film look. Like your video, you see that's in focus. Like when I'm looking at you, everything in back of you is in focus. What a film lens does, or what a camera lens does, appropriate one, is it blurs the background.
Wow.
So separation between foreground, middle ground, and background. So
Uh-huh.
iPhone has that feature in portrait mode. When you do a portrait mode picture, it
Yeah.
kind of, so they've kind of learned to do that digitally without the actual lens. But if you do it with a lens, it's just the quality. I mean, you saw, like, it looked some things when I lit it well, it looked like a movie. It looked like
Oh
literally,
yeah. Yeah.
it was like, oh shit, you can watch this on in your TV.
Yeah. Like, that's why, like, I love learning about this stuff, and you've already like been to life school on it, and I think you did some professional schooling too, didn't you, for it?
Yeah, I went to film school.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like majored in three things, like directing, producing, and editing, because I wanted to, like, I always knew how to edit. Direct, I thought I knew what the hell I was doing, and producing is just basically like wholesaling. You put pieces together to
Yeah.
bring it to the table. So, but I wanted to learn that more. Now that I go look back, I'm like, damn, I should have majored in screenwriting too, because that's like the only thing that's difficult for me, is to like write, to get what's out of here on paper, and
Oh
then
yeah, that's super difficult, man. That's super difficult. But yeah, dude, your stuff is great, man. I love it. And I think the messaging, I think what the most, like, the dopest thing about all of that, I feel like I got mad boogers in my nose right
I don't think so.
now. The messaging was like the coolest part of all of that, man. There's like these hidden things in the messaging of the
Like what? Like, what do
these-
you what specifically are you referring to?
it's all of your shit, man. Like, it's all of your stuff. There's interesting humor about capitalism, socialism, uh mindfulness, uh internal beliefs, uh all the things, man. And it's all like weaved in there very uh kind of like, it's obvious, but then it's also like inconspicuous to a person who doesn't know, right?
I,
um
I think my what I learned from that experience was, in movies, in storytelling, what happens is like a buildup of a character going through a mistake, not being prepared, and then that character is supposed to be meeting an adversary who is equal to them but the evil side, giving them a challenge, and then the hero's journey begins, and then he overcomes it, and then there's the lesson. So there's a lesson at the end of that. So I feel like dropped the ball, is it was like lesson in like a bunch of humor. So there was like no character development, going through, other than like Carl Broker, where I guess he was just angry and then he just became not angry. That is the only one
yeah.
that really developed as a character. But he was like, that's why he was like the main character. But it was like no one else really had that like growth in the story, and I wouldn't have realized that until I did it, and I was able to watch it afterwards and then critique myself and understand and say, hey, you know what, maybe more people didn't pick up on it because of this. There was no relatability with this character, because this character, there's no like depth story with him. The
Right.
only character that people related to was Alex. I think only because like he was into girls, and like what guy isn't into girls, you know? So you know what I'm saying? So like
Yeah.
that's he always had beautiful women around him. So obviously guys are gonna like gravitate towards that, right? Because they want to be that guy, they want to be that hero, right? So other than that, no one else was like relatable,
Yeah.
you know. They had the accents, they had the makeup, they had all the stuff, but the depth, I could have done a better job with that, which I'll do next time, you know. So it's not like it's over, it's just, you know, step one of the progression.
Yeah. I love it, man. Dude. Probably it's so cool, man. Cause I don't know, man. Like I love self-directed films, man. And thank you for explaining all that to me, man.
I appreciate you asking, bro. That was
Yeah.
badass.
Yeah. Yeah. What you got going on for the rest of the day, man?
I got to go to Long Beach, and then I got a few other people to speak to see if I could generate any other kind of deals.
Cool.
So,
How's that been? How's that been?
I made a commitment to not use funds in marketing to get. Not that I think it's a waste of money; it's an investment, of course. But I feel like I want to invest my money in other things, and then use marketing just to be a better marketer and have people bring me deals, you know, that are grinding on the phone to get the deal. And then when I get that, then I could flip it, and then I could help the person and teach them what I did, you know, while they make a wholesale fee. So I feel
Yeah.
like maybe I could do a little bit more than what was done for me, you know,
Yeah.
when I was just wholesaling and making flippers rich.
Yeah. All good though, right?
Yeah, you know, all good. No, I learned that I'm not going to learn unless I take accountability. It's not anyone's fault but mine, right? So like I was the one that was too scared. Let's keep it real. I was too scared to, you know, get a hard money loan and do the flip myself. Now that I look back, I'm like, I was an idiot. Like, why? It's not even
Yeah, like, but honestly, when you look back at deals, even in any business, right? When you look back, you're like shit, because I had a fourplex.
yeah, I
When I
remember.
look back at that, I'm like, I sold a fourplex. And yeah, I made, I think it was like 30 grand or something. But yes, and now all these shoulda, coulda, wouldas, right? Because I'm like, oh, super cash flow, because some paradigm shift, right? Yet, if I didn't sell that, I wouldn't be here. Like, if all the lessons, all the things, everything here, like this, I
Yeah.
wouldn't be here. So, and it's all good, dude. Like, yet now it's just a loan, it's just a loan. All
Yeah.
less.
I get what you're saying about the fourplex, because it's like, okay, imagine if someone were to tell you right now, hey, you want to buy a fourplex, it'll cost you 30K. You can't find that deal, you know.
Right.
Like you sold a gem to make 30, but with that 30, you can't even buy the gem, you know. So that's a huge lesson, and I'm sure like that sting is going to make sure that you don't do that again, right?
Oh
But
yeah.
again, at the end of the day, you took that 30, you knowing you didn't like spend it on bullshit. You use that 30 to put yourself in a position that you're in now, which is a lot better than what position you were in back then. So
Yeah, and I honestly, man, like I look at it at school, like, dude, I don't even know how much I spent a semester at UNLV. Crazy, you know? Crazy. At that time. It was probably,
it's more expensive now.
I think it's like 6 grand a semester, right? Let's just say. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. But let's say 10 grand a year. Yo. And most of the classes are classes that are fucking bullshit anyways, like stuff that I don't necessarily want to focus on. So I look at it as school too, all the lessons, all the connections, masterminds, books, everything, man, as like what's the return on it? Not even necessarily monetarily, Maybe it's spiritually, maybe it's energetically, whatever that is. What's the return of it?
I think it's pretty. I mean, both you and I have experienced this. I mean, we paid money for masterminds, right? We paid for school and like our growth. At the same time, we've made money, we've earned money while going to school,
Yeah.
right? Any project that you do, you're earning while learning.
Yeah.
I think it's amazing to be able to make 20, 30, 50, 100K while you're learning. I think that's like you're so ahead of the game at that point where I mean you might critique yourself, you might look at yourself and be like, damn, I dropped the ball, I didn't do this, I didn't do this. I might do that in hindsight, right? But at the end of the day, we're so ahead of the game because
Yeah.
we learned while we earned. That is not a easy thing to do. Normal people don't do that. They pay to learn.
Right.
They learn while they learn. That's just very, very rare.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, cool, man. Cool. I'm gonna let you be because I don't wanna I wanna be cognizant of time, man.
I appreciate it. Well, thank you so much for recommending this, man. I feel like we gotta do this more often, bro, because like I love talking to you and I feel like we both advance each other.
Yeah, man. I always feel good after I leave with you. That's a sign for me, man, because I'm more in tune with my energies now as a person. And how do I feel? What I'm sorry, what?
Selective, sorry to interrupt
Yeah.
you share it with.
Yeah, man. And also same thing, ROI. Like, how do I feel after the convo? Like, do I feel drained? Do I feel blah, blah, blah? This was brought to my attention a couple months ago and I'm like, okay, cool. Like, how do I feel? So just getting rid of things that feel heavy when I leave them. And maybe it's an issue that I haven't dealt with or whatever, but just clearing all that space out, you know? So bro, yeah, we got to do this more often, dude. I hope you enjoy your stay in Gavin Newsom land.
Yeah.
Make sure, do you have your mask, bro?
Yeah, so I started doing this thing. So I like I started like I walk into a store and like, I'm sorry, sir, do you have a mask? I'm like, oh, I've been vaccinated. I was a part of the test group, and like almost every place doesn't question me on it except Starbucks. Starbucks is the only one that freaks the fuck out. Someone comes around the counter, tries to give me a mask. Um, and then they say, oh, you know what? I could take your order outside. I could give me your card. And I don't want to make trouble. So I'm never going to like, because they're just doing what they're told, right? Their manager told them something. The state told them something. It's not their fault.
Yeah.
Not,
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. I love that. I'm going to start using that. Cause bro, before we hop off, we were at a restaurant and this waitress was like, at the table, the restroom wasn't even far away. We walked, I go to the restroom, I get out of the restroom. She's like, where's your mask, sir? I'm going to have to ask you to leave if you don't have a mask. I'm like, well, my mask is at the table. Like, I got to get my mask if you want me to wear my mask, and it makes no goddamn sense on why I got to wear a mask to the fucking bathroom, when half the dudes in the bathroom don't even wash their hands. So, that makes no sense either. And she's like, sir, it's the law. And I went, it's not a law. It's not.
Did you say that?
Yeah, man. It's it's not. So yeah. And I'll share this. I'll send you a photo, man. There was like this sex mask that was in Sedona. I was half tempted to get it, and it has like, the chains right here. Just wear it as a mask, to go in. Anyways, man, bro, thank you so much for your time, man. Yeah, we got to do this more often, bro.
The mask story.
What was that?
You're going somewhere with the mask story.
No, that's it. It just abruptly ends.
Well, I was thinking about like getting a bra and then taking a cup of the bra and making it a mask and then just wearing that to like wear a mask but like still mock society. Like,
oh yeah, those are great. I just want to put panties or something, you know, or you know that this is if anybody does this, you know that big black guy with his dick on the bed. Have you seen this meme? Like the meme of the big black guy. He's like standing on the side of the bed. His dick's fucking huge, right? Biggest dick. Like I don't even know how this guy plays basketball. So I want to put that on a mask. You know, imagine that, like right there.
Something like very like vulgar.
Yeah, just some.
Yeah, like you're wearing a mask and you're abiding.
Yes.
But you're also violating something where normally someone would be like, "Oh my God, take that off."
Yeah.
But they need to take it off.
Yeah, and I don't know. I had this mask. It was Macho Man Randy Savage by this was company makes it. Shirt was Cash. Macho Man Randy Savage doing the elbow drop from the top rope on Jesus. Oh like I don't know where it's at though. I can't find it. I think somebody threw it away because they were fucking mad.
Piss off a lot of people with that.
Yeah.
A lot of Karens are gonna come out of the woodwork.
I love it. Mask shaming.
All right, bro.
All right, bro. All right, man. Thank you very much, man. You have a great day, bro.
You too, bro.
Love you, man. Later.
So there you have it, guys. Yes, I'm still wearing the mask and the gloves because it gives it that dramatic effect. The dramatic effect. Guys, if you guys enjoyed this content, please go ahead and make sure that you click that like button down below. If something in this video resonated with you, be sure to comment and share it with somebody. Share it with somebody if you think they're gonna enjoy this. And make sure that your notifications are turned on and you click that subscribe button down below. Guys, I hope you have a phenomenal day. Be kind, rewind,